Welcome everybody to to All-Star Weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina. As today we're here for the running of the Winston All-Star Race, but first we have the prelude race itself, the last chance qualifier, if you will, the Winston Open from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And this is a 20-lap Winston Open. Of course, the All-Star Race itself, as I mentioned, is going to be two 20-lap segments. So all in all, we're going to see 60 laps of All-Star excitement, total that is, for this race. So here's the non-qualifiers for this race here. Again, the top five qualifiers, the top five finishers in this race will transfer into the Winston itself. And if you finish sixth on back, then, well, better luck in the 600. So here's the starting lineup for this race here today. On the pole, it is Mike Becker, car number 43 of the Cheerios Dodge. He's alongside Laura Chung in car number 38. Second row has 28, Kat Batson, and alongside number 40, Phil Parker. Some big names, by the way, in this field here this season that is going to try to make his or her way into this race here today as well, too. Third row has car 32, that's Zachary Fitzwater, and number 25, James Henry. Fourth row has two more big names here, Matt McIntyre in the 10, and number 33, Daniel Bouchard. Going to row number 5, we see car number 7, that's Alexander Rowe, and number 19, Ryan Brommer. Next row, number 16, that is the car of John Andrews and Cement Oscon, and car number 11, excuse me. Next row down has number 71, Gabby Conklin, and number 31, that's James Sykes, two of Quentin Moore's drivers, and those two hope to join Quentin in that race here as well, in this All-Star race as well too. Next row is car number 12, that is Zach Winkle. He's alongside number 48, Paul Minnick. Next row is number 6, Ryan George, in a silver and blue Viagra scheme for this race, for this All-Star weekend. He's alongside number 1, Clint Buchanan. Next row down has number 41, Wes McCoy, and number 21, Roberto Crown Jr. Remember, Wes McCoy won the Winston All-Star race last season. He hopes to go for two in a row and do like he did last season. Make his way via the Open and then win the event itself. So that should be interesting to see if he can or not here today. Next row down, Amanda Evans, who will be driving the Budweiser Camo scheme in this race here today. She'll be also driving that scheme also in the Pepsi 400 as well at Daytona. And her teammate Allison Rain, by the way, will have the same paint scheme she'll run in the 400 and driving it in the All-Stars as well too. Allison is already in by virtue of being a season champion back when she was Johnny Gardner. Next row down, alongside Amanda, by the way, will be number 29. That's Ryan Butcher. And starting shotgun is number 44, Tino McCoy, and number 45, Christian Vargas. So that's your starting lineup for the Winston All-Star Open here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So that's your 24 cars for the starting lineup in the Winston Open here. And we'll see who will join the 16 drivers who are already in this field. So we'll have a 21-car race here. So with that said, here comes the command to fire the engines for the Winston Open here at Charlotte.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
That's the way to get her started here. And by the way, there's a woman on the front row, so it should be ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. But anyway, the old girls on the pit road. We'll be back for the start of the Open right after this. Well, 16 cars have qualified for the Winston All-Star race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll see who the other five we'll see who the 5 drivers out of this race that will join them in the 20 laps that will ensue in the Open here. Mike Becker and Laura Chung will lead them down to the start. As they come to the start-finish line, green flag flies, and the Winston Open is underway. Into high gear they go. Mike Becker and Kat Batson jumping out in front here as they come down the back stretch into turn number 3. Batson's car to see Kat Batson's car, hoping to join her husband Keith in the All-Star race as well too for KAB Enterprises. She's got the black and yellow Haviland scheme on her number 28. Almost looks like the Haviland lettering and colors that Kyle Matthews has on his number 42 Dodge, except Kyle has got silver on his car and Cat doesn't, so that's what separates those two cars. Plus his is a Ford and hers, both his cars are a Dodge and hers is a Ford. But anyway, also number 4, McIntyre leads the second lap, I should say here. The first lap was led by Mike Becker, and here comes Speed Shot. And that Speed Shot right there, that's what 180 miles an hour looks like. Coming right past you here. John Andrews goes inside of Alexander Rowe by the number 1 spot now. This All-Star shootout is usually All-Star Open, I should say, is usually a very usually a pick'em race. Of course, the All-Star race, of course, any race is a pick'em race as well. According to when you come to think about it, though. But this race here is usually anyone's guess as to who would be the top 5 here, because you got so many top drivers in this field here. You got a few rookies, by the way, too, as well, too, so let's not count them out then. We have seen surprises at Charlotte before. And so that's why Charlotte sometimes is a hard race to win, even for the veteran drivers, because some of the rookies have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Zach Winkle, car number 12, former Daytona 500 winner, out in front now. The number 12 Alltel Dodge, trying to join his teammate Dylan Young in this race as well, too, for Penske Racing. As he comes on to number 4, Ryan George out of Hampshire Racing Tech in the number 6 Viagra Ford. This a blue and silver scheme here for the All-Stars here. He'll be back to his primary scheme for the 600 itself. Wes McCoy, who, as we mentioned, won this race. Won the All-Star, won the whole shebang in the All-Stars last season. And that's one of the surprises we've talked about that can happen at Charlotte. As they come up to number 4 now, Wes trying to take the lead here on this lap. Amanda Evans trying to join, as I mentioned, her teammate Allison Rain in the All-Stars as well, too. Off turn number 2 they come here, Ryan Butcher, car 29. Let's remember, as we mentioned, he and Christian Vargas both put off win victories in the Gatorade Twin 125s at Daytona. This prelude races leading up to the Daytona 500. And so those two could possibly surprise as well, too. And anybody, as we mentioned, can surprise here at Charlotte. That's what we were talking about a minute ago. The element of surprise is usually the thing in this series. But now you're seeing camouflage out in front as Amanda Evans takes her Budweiser Chevrolet up to the top spot now. Ryan Butcher to second. Clint Buchanan, car number 1, up to 3rd position in the Pennzoil colors. He's one of the rookies in this field this season here. And another rookie, Tito McCoy, who had a impressive run at Bristol in the Food City 500. Runs right now in 4th position here. And right now the transfer spot would belong to Roberto Crown Jr. in the 21 car. In 5th spot, Ryan Brommer, though, he's one of the journeyman veterans himself as well, in that number 19 car. And you never know what to expect of him, too. And same with Phil Parker. Let's remember the last time he was at Charlotte in the series, Phil Parker won the 500-miler. So Phil knows how to get it done as well, too. The man they call the Raging Cajun from Louisiana. Almost halfway home in this race here. 9 laps in the books and 11 laps to go in the Winston Open. Again, top 5 finishers will transfer into the Winston. Parker comes to the inside of Brommer for position here. Brommer has led that lap here, and Phil Parker takes the lead now. Last lap by for the leader, 182.408 miles per hour. You're seeing lap speeds upwards of over 185 miles an hour here. The fast lap so far, set by Amanda Evans at 186.303. And they qualified pole for the Open at 186 miles per hour, and that's very, very fast around this track here at Charlotte. Here comes Paul Minute, car number 48, and it's not unusual to see that number And Minnick running the 2007 Jimmy Johnson paint scheme for this race. He had been running the 2002 paint scheme all season long here, but decided to change it up a bit here for maybe this race and also maybe a remainder of the season here. Switch back and forth between Jimmy Johnson paint schemes. As they come through the start-finish line now, here comes James Sykes, car 31 to the left side of excuse me, Phil Parker. And Sykes to the top spot now as they come off turn number 2. Here comes Bouchard, number 33, Dana Bouchard. He'd like to get into the All-Stars as well too. He finished in the top 5 in the points last season and is starting to run and is starting to go back to his performance he had last season. The last few races here, and he's still yet to get that first victory. He could come to here, and could come as the season progresses here, progresses on through. But now you got a couple of ladies hooked up there. Laura Chung in the 38 and the 28 of Kat Batson. Start finish line to come here. Here comes the pole sitter for the Open. That's Mike Becker in the 43 car. He likes to put the King Richard Petty number into the All Stars as well too. He's got the lead right now, and here comes Chung, the outside pole sitter, trying to dog the 43 car. Dodge in the first, Ford in second, Ford in third, Chevy's fourth and fifth right now. And then Tino McCoy is the second leading Dodge in the field in 6th position right now. But 6 will not get you into the All Stars. Five laps to go. Laura Chung to the top spot now, but here comes Kat Batson, car number 28. And here comes Bouchard, 33 to the left side. He's back. He gets back in line. And now follows the 28 car on through. And here comes a new player, John Andrews, the 16 car. Andrews was in the All-Stars last season by virtue of winning at California last season, and he's trying to make his way to the second. He's trying to make it to the second All-Stars. And what about Tito McCoy? He's never, this is his rookie season, he's never run an All-Star in his life. Zachary Fitzwater like to get himself back into the All-Star as well too. So would Matt McIntyre in the 10 car. Matt's been close a couple times this season as well too. He was on the pole at Talladega in the Winston 500 and didn't quite get the finish he wanted in that race. And you know he liked to get his, and you know that he liked to make his way in as well too. But right now, Bouchard trying to run for all he's worth right now in that 33 car. Here comes McCoy to the low side. Tino McCoy in number 44. 16 car, John Andrews to the low side. See what happens come off turn number 4. Coming down for 2 laps to go in the Open. Daniel Bouchard trying to hold on here. Tino McCoy trying to pull up an upset here and trying to maybe see if he can win this race here. Down the backstretch into turn number 3 there, John Andrews. Coming off turn number 4 now, it'll be the white flag this time by 1 lap remaining in the Winston Open. Daniel Bouchard out in front, Tito McCoy in second position here. Kat Batson on the outside of John Andrews for 3rd spot here. And right now, it's a battle to see who will be in that transfer spot in the bubble. Here comes Andrews down on the low side. He's got Fitzwater down below him as they come off turn number 4 here. Where it counts up front is going to be Daniel Bouchard winning the Winston Open, and the top 5 will be. Bouchard wins the race. Daniel Bouchard wins the Winston Open. 2nd place, John Andrews. 3rd to Zachary Fitzwater. 4th will go to Matt McIntyre. And the 5th and final transfer spot, a rookie, Tito McCoy, makes it the 5th and final transfer driver into the All-Star race here. What a drive by Daniel Bouchard, averaging 182.855 miles per hour. So again, your transfer drivers will be Daniel Bouchard, John Andrews, Tito McCoy, Matt McIntyre, and Zachary Fitzwater. All those drivers are your transfer drivers. Sixth place, oh so close. So Alexander Rowe in the seventh car, he almost pulled up a stopper there. He finished sixth. Seventh will go to Kat Batson. She was close as well too. I thought she might have had a maid as well too to try to get in the top 5. Ryan George 8th, Laura Chung 9th, and Mike Becker was 10th. And several drivers oh so close to making it in. James Henry finishes 11th, 12th to Christian Vargas. Gabby Conklin 13th, 14th will go to James Sykes. And then Phil Parker, Amanda Evans, Paul Minnick, Ryan Butcher, Clint Buchanan, Wes McCoy, Zach Winkle, Cement Oscon, Ryan Brommer, and Roberto Crown Jr. So there's your finishing order in this race here. And again, if you finish in the top 5, you are in the Winston All-Star race as well too, as the last transfers into the field. As a matter of fact, we will have the Winston All-Star race for you when we come back in this video right after this.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?
Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway, and as the lights shine brightly over this track for the All-Star event, the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Castrol GTX Cup Series season 31. The field of 21 is all set to go, including your 5 transfers from the Open. And let's waste no time. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole, he's won twice so far this season. He is also last season's Cup Series champion. The number 2 Miller Lite Dodge of Dylan Young is on the pole for this race here today. Alongside him, he's a 3-time series champion in this Castrol GTX Cup Series. He's not yet won this season, but he's in by virtue of being a 3-time champion. He is Joshua Osborne, car number 20, the Home Depot Pontiac. Second row, the 2-time series champion, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Oreo Chevrolet. It is Cole Deaver. We're going to row number 4. He's the very first Castrol GTX Cup Series champion. He's also won a season at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Caterpillar Dodge car number 22. It is Dylan Poteet. Going to row number 3, it's number 26. He's the season 17 series champion, the Crown Royal Black Chevrolet Ford for this race here today. Car number 26, it's the Texas Terror Trent Dunham. Fourth row, car number 97, the Sharpie Ford. He won a season at Martinsville. That's how he got into this race. It's Jesse Turner. Going to row number 4, car number 18. He won a season at Rockingham. Him driving the Interstate Barriers Pontiac. He is car number 18. He is Nathan Ormond. Beside him will be car number 5, the CarQuest Kellogg's Chevrolet of his sporting the paint scheme of his favorite driver, Casey Mears, one of his favorite drivers, I should say. He's the president of the NNSCRA and season 28 series champion. He is Seth Cole. Going to row number 5, it's car number 4, the Kodak Max Chevrolet. He won a season at Bristol this season. That's how he got in this All-Star race. It is William Brock. Beside him will be car number 99, a season 25 series champion, the Thrash Master himself, the Office Depot Ford. He is Levi McIntyre. Row number 6, the number 24, DuPont Chevrolet. He got in this race by being the season 15 series champion. He also won a season at Texas Motor Speedway, the California Crusher. It's Charles Sanford. Beside him in number 88, the Quality Care Services Ford Credit Ford Taurus out of KAB Enterprises, his own team, and his leading his legion of Fords. He won a season at Talladega, and he's also the 2-time series champion. He is Keith Batson. Next row down, car number 55, the Square D Chevrolet. He got in this race by being the season 26 series champion. The Terror from Tennessee. He is the Q-Man himself, Quentin Moore. Beside him will be car number 17, the Dean driving the Carhartt Chevrolet, driving the DeWalt Carhartt Ford. She is the Daytona 500 champion this season. She also won a season at California and Sonoma. Did I mention she's also a 5-time series champion as well too? She needs no introduction. She's none other than Jessica Shelton. Next row down has car number 15, the Napa Auto Parts Stars and Stripes Chevrolet. She'll also be running this race in this scheme in the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. She got in this race by being a season 8 series champion back when she was Johnny Gardner, but now she's Allison Rain. Beside Allison will be car number 42, the Texaco Haviland Dodge, the proud American Buckeye from the state of Ohio. He's the 3-time series champion. He is Kyle Matthews. And on to your Winston Open transfers. Car 33, the Oakwood Home Chevrolet. He's the Winston Open winner. He's Daniel Bouchard. Beside him will be car number 16. That's John Andrews in the National Guard Ford. Next we're down is number 32. It is Zachary Fitzwater, back in the All-Stars himself in the Tide Pontiac. Beside him will be Matt McIntyre, the number 10 Valvoline Pontiac. He finished 4th in the Winston Open and looks to be strong here in this race. See what he can do here. And starting shotgun here in his very first All-Star race, in his first season of competition in this series, the number 44 Georgia Pacific Papers Brawny Dodge. He is Tito McCoy. And here's the command to fire him up.
3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engines.
And the command's been given to fire the engines as the engines are fired for All-Star Weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway as the field rolls up a pit road to pace up. We'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Well, the air is electric at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the next time they come off turn number 4, they'll be approaching speeds of over 180 miles per hour. As the pace car rolls up a pace car rolls on the pit road. 2 20-lap segments is the order of the race here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As the field comes off the turn number 4, looking for a green flag, and they did it. And boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. Finishing order in this Winston Open, finishing order in this Winston All-Star race here. The finishing order in the first race of this Winston All-Star event here will determine the lineup for segment number 2, which will determine the whole shebang. As they come off turn number 4, Dylan Young leads lap number 1. Cole Bieber 2nd position. 3rd is Trent Dunham. 4th is Nathan Orman, and 5th position right now, battle for 5th, is between William Brock and Joshua Osborne. On board with Trent Dunham in car number 26. He has one of our 3 in-car cameras in this All-Star race. There's the rear bumper cam from his machine. That is the 4-car of William Brock. The Kodak Max Film Chevrolet as he gets to the inside now, looking for the top spot as he goes to turn number 3 now. And Brock will take the lead here with number 24, Charles Sanford, to the low side, the DuPont Chevrolet. Lap speeds here, all the lap speeds here over 180 miles per hour, including the top lap set by Allison Rain at 180.778. And here comes the Q-Man, Quentin Moore, car number 55. The Square D Chevrolet goes to the top spot now, looking to get himself back in the picture. And his last win came right here on this track in the Coca-Cola 600, and he hopes to get himself back in the victory lane this season. And he's been close a few times as well himself this season as well too. That's Square D Chevrolet. And you know he'd like to get an all-star win himself as well too. And that machine here, as they go into turn number 3 now, here comes number 15, Allison Rain. Number 33, that's David Bouchard, the all-star winner, all-star open winner, I should say, in the Oakwood Home Chevrolet. Allison Rain has the top spot now. Here comes number 32, Zachary Fitzwater, John Andrews, and All-Star Open transfers making their way up through the field now. As they come off turn number 4 now. And Fitzwater has a top spot now. Here comes John Andrews to the low side. He's got Kyle Matthews behind him in number 42. On board, Kyle Matthews in number 42. For the roof end is still paddling Dodge. The rear bumper cam on his Dodge as well too. This we saw with Trent Dunham just a while back and looking right at the blue car of Keith Batson. He's all over the back bumper of Kyle's car to come up to number 2. Off into turn 3 and 4 now as they come off the 4th turn. Matthews leads it, will come down to lead his lap. 8 laps in the books and 12 to go in segment number 1. And here comes Tito McCoy, car number 44. He's making his presence felt as well too. That number 44 machine up to 4th position now, and he's going after one of the best, Trent Dunham. And he's got Matt McIntyre in the 10 car behind him, and Jesse Turner in the 97 car. And number 17, Jessica Sheldon. That's where our third announcer lies inside too. And Jess's on a hot streak herself. She's won the last 2 points races on the tour at Sonoma, on the road course at Sonoma, and also at California Speedway. Jess has got the foot flat to the floorboard here on her machine. Depending on the back stretch of the number 3 here, she follows Jesse Turner, number 97. Last lap by for Sheldon, 181.269 miles per hour. As she pushes Jesse Turner to the lead now, number 97, the Sharpie Ford. And now she's going to get the push from Joshua Osborne in car number 20, the Home Depot Pontiac. Levi McIntyre behind him, also Poteet number 22. Down the backstretch they come here. Osborne looking to the inside. McIntyre looks even lower than Osborne does. They go through turns number 3 and 4 now. Front 3 cars have lined up single file, and also at a 4th one there with Dylan Poteet in 22. Here comes Seth Cole to the low side of Jesse Turner, and Osborne moves inside of Shelton for the top spot. And McIntyre suddenly dumps Shelton and says, I'm going to go with Joshua. And he comes to the inside now and pushes the orange number 20 to the top spot now. But here comes McIntyre. He says, screw this, I'm going to go for the lead. And he will do so. Levi McIntyre. Thrash Maniac himself to the top spot now. The 2008 Carl Edwards colors. Through turns number 1 and 2 they come here. Seth Cole moves inside. He's going to take the lead now. William Brock, Cole Deaver, Nathan Orman, and the pole sitter Dylan Young. All out behind. You saw Cole Beamer lead his lap of this race here. Now Nathan Orman goes to the low side now. number 4 they come here. Dylan Young to the low side now. Off to number 4 they come. Reason why I wasn't talking is I was over here in the national anthem being sung as well too on TV, by the way, too. As this is Memorial Day as I'm recording this race. But white flag is out for segment number 1 of the Winston All-Star race here. Quentin Moore led the last time over. Here comes Kyle Matthews. He's got 20. He's got number 32. That is the car of Zachary Fitzwater to the low side. The Tide Pontiac as he moves low. And oh, Kyle comes down on Fitzwater to come off the 4th turn. Batson looks to the low side. It'll be Zachary Fitzwater winning the first segment of the Winston All-Star race. And he will start. And he will be your leader as we begin segment number 2. As we will return for segment number 2 right after this here. And as we look at the finishing order for segment number 1 is Fitzwater, Keith Batson, Kyle Matthews, Tito McCoy in 4th position. Then Quentin Moore, John Andrews, Daniel Bouchard, Trent Dunham, Allison Rain, Matt McIntyre, Nathan Orman, Jesse Turner, Charles Sanford, Dylan Pote, Dylan Young, Levi McIntyre, Cole Deaver, Jessica Shelton, William Brock, Joshua Osborne, and Seth Cole. Your running order as segment number 1 is over. We'll be back with segment number 2 right after this. Back at Charlotte Motor Speedway here, Zachary Fitzwater is your leader of this race here. Second position is Keith Batson. Then it's Kyle Matthews, Tina McCoy, and Quentin Moore as the adjustments have been made. That here every team has fired all on 4 new tires on their cars. The gas tanks are now full, and they're going to be running them lean and mean here for the final 20-lap segment. And here we go. We're back underway in the Winston All-Star race here. Who's going to win it for season 31? Here we go. And John Andrews, who finished in the top 10 in the All-Star in the first segment, he's on pit road. He had trouble as they were getting restarted here. As they come off to number 4, Zachary Fitzwater won the first segment. He leads the first lap of the second segment here. As 21 laps are down and 19 laps are left to go in the Winston All-Star race itself. As they come off turn number 2 now. And here, as they come down the backstretch here comes Danny Bouchard, number 33, the winner of the All-Star Open. Can he go wire to wire, win the Open and the race itself? About to find out here. As we come on to number 4 here, we saw Keith Batson do it a few seasons back. Well, I should say many seasons back, I should say as well too. As we come off to number 2 now, Allison Rain goes to the top spot, but here comes Nathan Orman and Charles Sanford, the 18 and the 24 cars. Go at it nose to tail here as they go through turns number 3 and 4 now. Orman has the top spot, but here comes Sanford, number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. coming in the backstretch now. Charles Sanford goes to the point now. Here comes Dylan Young and Cole Deaver. The 2 and the 3 cars go at it now as they come off turn number 4 now. Deaver that dips to the low side of Dylan Young, but now ducks back inside. He's got William Brock behind him in the 4 car now as they come down the start-finish line. Dylan Young led that lap in the Norlight Dodge. John Andrews now coming back on track though, albeit a few laps down. It looks like his chances of winning this race are just about done though, but but he'll take advantage of whatever can happen here. But he'll be well off the pace of his. And a tough break for John Andrews, as we mentioned, he finished top 10 in the first segment. But right now, Cole Deaver takes the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet to the top spot now as they come off turn number 2 now. Here comes number 4, William Brock to the low side. He's got the 10 car of Matt McIntyre behind. Matt McIntyre's another one that made his way in via the Winston Open. And he wants to win the All-Stars himself as well, too. Levi McIntyre out there, Joshua Osborne, and Tito McCoy, the rookie in this field here. He finished an impressive 4th in the Winston Open, and 4th in the All-Star first segment as well, too. After getting in the last transfer spot in the Winston Open as well, too. So Tito trying to do something his brother did last season. And that was get into the field via the Open and then win the whole thing itself. But he's got a tough competition around him. He's got 2 tough ones, and he's sandwiched in between 2 of the toughest here: Joshua Osborne at 20 and Jessica Shelton in 17. And you know Jess would like to win another All-Star race herself. Jump on board with Jessica Shelton, car number 17, as we go for a ride around this track. And he's underneath McCoy, gets by him, and here comes, and she now has a beat on Osborne in car 20. Go to turn number 3 and 4. You take a ride with Jess as she goes to the lead now, and she'll lead this lap. Looks like Donna Pote has anything to say about that in that 22 car. He comes inside. No, Shelton does lead the lap, but now Pote gets by her, and here comes Dunham to the low side as they come off turn number 2 now. Already 9 laps into the second segment. So this time by we'll be 30 laps into the event, we'll be 30 laps into the All-Star race itself, and 10 laps remain for the whole enchilada. Pote has the lead, but here comes his buddy Trent Dunham to the low side, number 26, the Crown Royal Black Irwin Tools machine. Nice black and gold scheme on that machine. Same with the 97 car of Jesse Turner. He's also black and gold. Dunham's is more like a lighter, a creamish gold, I guess you could say, on that 26 Crown Royal Black machine. They're averaging almost 183 miles per hour after 11 laps in the second segment. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater. He won the first segment. He liked to go for the whole thing himself there. And here comes Allison Rain. He bats into the low side. And Quentin Moore, who almost won the first segment, though. But it's who's up front in the second segment that is what counts in this race as well, too. Through turns number 1 and 2. Allison ran out in front, but here comes Keith Batson and Quentin Moore to the low side. Danny Bouchard's in there, so is the 5 of Seth Cole and the 24 of Charles Sanford. And Quentin comes to the inside of Batson off turn number 4. Batson by a half a car leads that lap now. 33 laps, 7 to go. Through the third and fourth turns they come here. Here comes Danny Bouchard to the low side. He's got the lead, but here comes number 5, Seth Cole to the low side. The Kellogg's CarQuest Chevrolet of one of his drivers, Casey Mears. Seth won the season at Richmond as well too. As we got to mention that though, he is a season 28 series champion. That's how he got into this race as well too. But here comes Charles Samper, and he would like to take the Jeff Gordon cars to victory lane in this race as well too. Dylan Young comes to the inside of him as they come off turn number 4 now. 5 laps to go in the Winston. And here comes Young in there. Orman, McIntyre, both the McIntyres for that fact, the 99 and the 10 cars are both getting into it. Levi in the 99, the 10 of Matt McIntyre. On turn number 4 they come here. Levi looks low on Orman as they come up the 4th turn now. Off the 2nd turn, Levi McIntyre out in front, but here comes Matt McIntyre, number 10. William Brock is in there. So is Cole Deaver. So is Osborne. Off the 4th turn, 37 laps into the All-Star race here. 3 to go. Matt McIntyre throws the block on William Brock. Here comes Cole Deaver down the low side. What's Cole going to do? He moves inside of Brock for 2nd place. And Brock goes inside here. Brock throws the block on Deavers. He's off the 4th turn now. 2 laps to go. Here comes Osborne for 3rd place. Brock comes to the inside of Matt McIntyre. William Brock in car number 4 goes to the top spot. Here comes Osborne, Fitzwater, McCoy. They're all getting into it now. Here comes Osborne, car number 20 down the low side. Looks for the lead. And he's got it to come up the 4th turn now. They come to the start-finish line here. Joshua Osborne out in front. The white flag waves. 1 lap remaining in the Winston. Joshua Osborne out in front. Here comes Fitzwater. I think Tito McCoy may be in the best position as they make the final pass on the backstretch, possibly. Usually, McCoy's going to try to do so to the low side. He's alongside Osborne as they come into turn number 3 now. Fitzwater trying to hold him off. Here they come up the 4th turn. Is Fitzwater going to hold him off? Yes, he is. Zachary Fitzwater wins the Winston All-Star race. What an exciting finish here in this race here. Zachary Fitzwater did what he needed to do on that last lap, throw the block, and he got a break though. And Tito McCoy, I should say, he and Joshua Osborne got the battling back there. McCoy eventually took 2nd place away and just held off a strong charge from Jessica Shelton for that spot, by the way, too. But Zachary Fitzwater winning here today. Tito McCoy finishes 2nd, Jessica Shelton 3rd, 4th will go to Joshua Osborne, 5th to Kyle Matthews, 6th to William Brock, 7th to Jesse Turner, 8th to Dylan Poteet, Matt McIntyre 9th, and Trent Dunham finishes in 10th position. Average speed 183.469 miles per hour in the 2nd segment. The rest of your finishing order here, Cole Deaver finishes 11th, Allison Rain 12th, Levi McIntyre 13th, Dana Bouchard 14th, 15th place will go to Nathan Orman, then Dylan Young 16th, Quentin Moore 17th, Charles Samper 18th, Keith Batson 19th, Seth Cole 20th, and John Andrews, what a tough break he had. He ends up 21st after being stuck on pit road after at the start of the 2nd segment though, and he was stuck on pit road for the pace lap and the 4 laps, first 4 laps of this race there. So that unfortunately contributed what happened to him. But that will do it here today in the Winston All-Star Race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Congratulations once again to Zachary Fitzwater for his first All-Star Series All-Star Race victory. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe. to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in our races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup series, which is the main series on his channel, and is also in full swing as well too. His current season is. And also be sure to check out our other two series that does NNSCRA offline. Those series including the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup series from channel X8675309858X, and also the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series from channel Thrash Maniac 99. So be sure to subscribe to those two channels for some cool stuff, as well as subscribe to this channel, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, for all this cool stuff here as well too. So that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. For now, this is James Cole. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you back at Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?